Time now for our Steak and Shake player of the game, and this is not Brayden Fogle. This is Soctt Hamilton, the head coach of the Lexington Minutemen, and obviously a big play at the end of the game by Brayden. Talk about what you saw in that timeout when they were able or not able to get the ball in bounds.
Well, it was one of the things that we worked on was, trying to defend them the best that we could, and so we worked on changing our defenses a little bit and making sure that we kind of kept them off guard. I mean, I guess that's what we were looking to do. So when they called that timeout on the first one, then we switched our defense a little bit, and we knew that the ball was going to be coming back to Dawson. So we just tried to defend him the best that we could. And we've had a couple of situations throughout the year dealing with Fogle for one, and Elijah, and even Allen Hudson. Just being able to get a hand, get in that passing lane. That's not normally what we do. We normally don't look to deny passes. But, just jumping there at key moments. And we saw it with Fogle a couple of times. Elijah had one or two during the game. And it just worked out for Fogle. We were looking to get nothing but layups towards the end of the game just to try to control the clock and make sure we had high percentage shots. And, he listened pretty well, got that steal, and made us a layup.
Well, you know that despite the fact you guys were the higher seed and all of that stuff, that Willard was going to come out and give you their best shot.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, coming in here and watching the games on Wednesday night, you saw a 10 seed take a 6 seed right down to the wire. You saw Clear Fork and Ontario go right down to the last minute. Even the games over in Bucyrus were tight at some point. So we knew that this district was very tough top to bottom. It wasn't a top-heavy district at all. And, they concern me. They've got a couple of very good players, and they have a very good supporting cast. And then they have an outstanding coaching staff that does a tremendous job with those guys. And I can't tell you how difficult it is to prepare for a Beddingfield Hershey squad. There's no doubt about it. And, they really did some things that took us out of our game too. But, just one of those. And when you get into a tight game like this and it goes right down to the last play, if you've got to defend a player like Dawson, he's always going to give his team a chance. Luckily for us, playing a guy like Denbo over the years, Sterry, things like that, we can kind of relate to it a little bit and how we tried to defend it. So, in some ways we got out of here with a win. We're lucky to get away. But that's tournament basketball right now, and we get to go in the gym tomorrow and keep working.
Now, we knew that Dawson was probably going to get his points, but I thought you guys played incredibly balanced offensively, putting 4 guys in double figures.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that, we want to do is we want to try to share the ball a little bit. We think that this year compared to, say, last year, we've got weapons that can score from different spots on the floor, but it all does start inside the paint. It starts with Brayden. So if we can get him going, and then the rebounding, we've got the size, we should be able to crash the boards, which I thought, we did a nice job tonight. Second chance points, 21. That's just something that we want to do is kind of spread that ball around. And I think that once we get one guy going and the team focuses on him, double teams, Brayden hasn't seen as many double teams this year because we've got those extra scoring opportunities from guys. So it's a luxury that you don't always have. And, right now we're knocking down shots, and hopefully we can continue that.
Now, I saw Brayden down against Mount Vernon, and it just seemed like he kind of took what the defenses would give to him. Tonight, he seemed to look a little bit more for his shot at the offensive end.
He's played a lot of basketball at a very high level, and what he's learning this year for 23 games now is just how to play with these guys. These aren't his classmates. They're not guys that he grew up playing with, and they're not guys, on the AAU tour, if you want to talk about that. That do specific things. So he's learned in 22, 23 games now how to play with these guys and what to expect from them and this and that. And I think he's becoming more aggressive. He's more comfortable in his role and what he's doing. And so are the guys. So they're getting into position as well. One of the things he does extremely well is his rebounding, but the ability to have a 6'4" guy along with Hudson Moore at 6'3", to have those guys be able to take care of the ball and help with a little ball handling is a huge factor.
Well, having Max Dawson out of the way, now you have another player in District 6 who is one of the best players. Well, he's the player of the year in Alex Bruscotter, and you got to face him next week.
Absolutely. I mean, and like I mentioned in the OCC, you have guys like Roller down in Mount Vernon. You've got Sterry over at Ashland. So we've faced these teams like this before that have these very, very outstanding players, very tough matchups for us. And we'll take tomorrow, we'll focus on some things on us, and then next week we'll get after it to defend those guys. We're going to throw the first game out. We get no points from that whatsoever. We got to dig in and get ready for a district semifinal.
Congratulations on a sectional title, and good luck next week.
Thank you very much.
Sockt Hamilton, the head coach of the Lexington Minutemen. We'll be back to wrap it up after this.